The AGM last night, I believe it was called 21 days back by Fiji Football Association, since the caretaker for last 4 months, Imtiaz Khan, had to call for an AGM, and then Fiji Football advised him to call the AGM, and then AGM was held last night. And then, I was blessed to be elected as the president of one of the biggest association in Fiji soccer, Suva Football Association, and I'm very glad to the club delegates who all attended, especially those who voted for me last night. What really made me to come and contest this election last night, as a die-hard Suva fan from when I was a very little kid, when I saw my team Suva got demoted from playing Fiji FA tournament, and it was very painful for me. So I sat down and I thought, and while I was thinking, and I thought that now since we are out of Fiji FA tournament, what is next for Suva? And then all it came in my mind, it was the next thing for us, for Suva football, is after getting out from Fiji FA, is demotion towards the B division. And that was the reason, seeing the critical situation that Suva football today is, I decided to contest, and I have faith in my executives. We have worked out a plan, how we gonna take Suva forward from this critical situation. And we are having our executive meeting later this afternoon or maybe tomorrow, we will work the plans that we have already drawn, to take where Suva football rightfully belongs. Actually, I believe the development plan was already been set up by the previous elected executive, the president, Mr. Ritesh Pratap. And then, if you see the fruit of it, today we had 3 players in the national under-16 team. So it just never happened in the last 3 months that these players came in. So the development plan was coming from a couple of years. We also had players in the under-19, under-23. So the development plan that was being set up by Mr. Ritesh Pratap and his executive, I will try and continue from there, man. So what we're gonna be doing now, we will be getting some professional coaches, and like I have said, it will be a collective decision of my executive. So coaches will look after different age group in Suva and continue from where Mr. Ritesh Pratap and his executive left for development. Firstly, I would like to apologize to this place. I know everyone knows they've gone through a lot in these couple of months, 4 or 5 months. I've spoken to some of the senior players, and while they were struggling, we have all seen that, So, to the players, please accept my humble apology today as an elected president on behalf of my executive. I apologize to them, and I will try to sort things out when we meet them. Yes, in fact, what has happened, the election that was held last night, it was for a president and 7 vice presidents. So we were supposed to nominate 7 VPs. So from my side, and the rule said that I had to bring it from the club. So I brought 7 VPs. I nominated them all from the club. But I didn't know caretaker Imtiaz didn't name any vice presidents last night, So when we came here, and then I came to know that he was alone contesting without VPs, So my vice president all went unopposed here last night, whereas I had to contest him because he was standing alone there. Yes, I could name them. I have my senior vice president, and I would personally like to thank him, Mr. Nilesh Kumar. He was also my campaign leader during this campaign for the last 21 days. Mr. Bobby Dave, he's a fatherly figure in Suva football. Miss Reshma Devi, Mr. Rishnil Kumar, Mr. Jay Shankar, and Mr. Charlie, and there's Mr. Shalen there as well. The love for football started from very young when I was a child, But my grandfather from my mom's side, he played for Suva, way back in, I believe it's in 50s and 60s. So that, and all my uncles from my mom's side, they were all very die-hard Suva fan, and that is where I became a Suva fan, and this is where my passion for football started. And then I came on to help Suva football for last 20 years, but I never came always in the limelight because I didn't want it to, but I helped, I look after players. I have brought some of the players to the Suva team. Some of the players that I have brought into Suva team in past, very prominent national reps, they have retired their football career in Suva. Yes, of course. My mom right now, who is in Sydney, I believe she's a more bigger Suva fan than I am, So she was very happy. My wife, Elizabeth, she's very supportive of me. My children, they are one of my daughter who plays soccer. Just at the age of 11, she was in the Fiji under-16 trials here. So yeah, so soccer almost is running the blood in our whole family, So, yes, of course. As I said, this is the first day for me as a president of Suva Football, and we understand the critical situation Suva is. I will be assessing things in next few days, and then our executives will be making a decision, For me at the moment, and for Suva Football, it's all about survival, right? Everyone should understand, last year, at around this time, under the leadership of Mr. Ritesh Pratap, we were the second best team in the entire region. But today, when I took the team from Imtiaz, I want people to understand that I'm taking the team from the second last position in the local competition, But when he was handed over the team, when he took over, in fact, I should say, Suva was the second best team in the region, sir. Yes, firstly, I would like to thank our sponsors, Flick Hygiene, Raisa Freight is also there, and I know in this last few months they haven't got that mileage that was supposed to be given for a sponsor who have sponsored a huge amount in Suva football, and I would humbly request if they could continue sponsoring Suva football, and I can assure them on behalf of my executives that we will take Suva to where it should belong, and to the greater heights. Well, from the fan side, if I have to speak, I know fans are very disappointed. I do apologize to them. But have faith. Do support us, please. We'll do better. From the past executives, they've been very successful in running Suva. They have achieved a lot for us, given so many memorable victories to the Suva fan, and I thank them for this. I personally, on a very high note, I want to thank Mr. Ritesh Pratap, Mr. Sunil Karan, Mr. Alfaz Malan, Mr. Salendra Narayan, Mr. Vinay Anand Singh, Mr. Ravnil Narayan, and Michael Mudliar. And I believe since they've been there, they already done that, I will definitely be seeking their guidance. They were people who wanted to run Suva, So Imtiaz Khan, they came to these officials, Mr. Ritesh Pratap and his executives. He sat with them. These executives very well explained them the players' contractual issues and other issues that Suva football and payment allowances, winning allowances, rent and stuff. And he understood very well, And then I also believe he went with this official for the Pacific Cup tournament that was held last year in New Zealand. He went and he got familiar with the team. I was there, I could have taken it. Imtiaz Khan approached me to help him. And I came and supported him, but I think his vision was different than mine. And then I let him continue the way he wanted to, and I felt the way he was running Suva football wasn't suitable for any organization, especially in sporting arena. So I just let him do. But when the AGM was called, I couldn't hold back because I knew, like I have said, the next thing for us is demotion, man. So that's why I stepped up, man.